Hello everyone to another one of my videos about the aspects that need to be considered in the transformation of companies. Today it's really me and not my meta business twin. I shared my first version of this avatar in a video last week, and while some feedbacks were really excited about the use of generative AI for animation and personalization, and of course the concept that my twin explains, I also got some feedback that this twin version talks too monotone, too boring, the French accent of course, so an improved version coming up next week. But it will be really amazing what we can do with such an approach. Today, however, we come back to our digitalization transformation checklist, so the overall approach that is based on the learnings and the many mistakes we have observed in the last years that companies do or neglect to do for successful transformation. When embarking on this journey, and it's really a journey, it's very important that true transformation isn't just technology. It's interweaving people and processes too. So here we finally have an own SNC representation of this important idea that you can see here. And also our overall framework has a new look and feel. It also incorporates now this interaction between a use case approach and a data first approach that we talked about before, I think very relevant. But today we want to talk about a very indispensable element, a learning communication. So the communication plan, which is important for companies that strive towards digital maturity. So just jumping over the topics we have already discussed about, coming to learning communication, the communication plan. Creating an effective communication plan involves harmonizing four subcategories. It's content strategy, channel strategy, communication strategy, and the feedback strategy. And let's dig deeper into those, okay? For a start, the content strategy. Imagine your company is rolling out a new digital tool. So the message to your team about this tool is key. It's not only about informing, it's about inspiring and guiding. And just to have some visualizations to accompany the whole thing, it's an iterative approach. Yeah? So develop the content. The content should be relatable, digestible, motivational. You can do this by creating, for example, user stories, video demos, visual aids, and thereby you should illustrate the practical benefits, but also address potential hurdles transparently. Only describing a nice and shiny world will not help to have a credible approach to digitalization. Our SMC approach is also to craft messages that not only inform, but they intend to excite the teams. Because what you need to do is to bridge the gap between the strategic change, so the long-term view, and also effective short-term adoption. Up next would be the channel strategy. So identifying, utilizing the right communication channels ensures that your message doesn't just reach the right audience, but also in the right format. So this could be emails, intranet posts, or team meetings and webinars. So choose the channels that resonate with the different segments of your audience. Companies often need help to identify and optimize these paths to ensure a unified but also personalized communication. And if you bring that together, the content and the channel strategy, you come to the communication strategy. When a change occurs, like such a transformation, an environment of open communication leads to collaborative adoption. So companies that have a dialogue are much more successful than companies that only run an implementation project. So again, host webinars, establish Q&A sessions, and create platforms where team can share insights and apprehensions, so worries that they have. This approach can be facilitated, for example, from SMC, and this nurtures a culture of inclusivity, so kind of a shared ownership of this transformation journey. Partially addressed thereby is already and very crucial the feedback strategy. It's really essential to create possibilities for ongoing feedback, fostering this two-way communication. Yeah, we can also use surveys for that, set up these forums, regular check-in meetings, because it's important that you continuously adopt your communication plan to have the optimal outcome. So following many companies in their transformation journey, we have seen the enormous impact of active listening, open communication, and to make sure that your transformation initiatives are constantly revised. So to summarize, an effective communication plan interlinks content, channel, and communication, as well as feedback strategies. And it ensures that digital transformation is not just technology, but it's also actually embraced by your team because it considers the impact also on processes and people. That's it for today. I hope you also join me next time when we explore further elements of this digitalization transformation checklist and we continue together to unravel the cornerstones of a successful people centric change. Until then, stay curious, stay connected. Bye bye.